Hey there everybody, and welcome to Frankie's DIY Life. I'm Frankie, and today I've got this t-shirt. Now I bought it at one of the little thrift stores, and it's a good thick t-shirt. I mean, it's one of those good thick ones, not that thin stuff. Anyway, I only gave $1 for it, and it does look like it's been worn a whole lot because the color's not really orangey. I mean, it is orange, but it's like a faded orange. My husband is a Tennessee fan. I wear the clothes to support him. I don't know that much about football. My game is baseball, softball, volleyball. But anyway, I want to transform this shirt into a little something more pizzazzier for me. And I've got this material right here. It's got a little orange in it. What I'm wanting to do, let's roll this down. I'm wanting to put me in one of those pocket things right here. You put your hands in like this right here, and I think I'm going to add a little of that around the sleeves, and I may put a little right through here. It's a medium, but these hips are not mediums, trust me. But anyway, that's my plan, and let's see what we can do with it. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is cut this band off. I never do like these bands. Anyway, and we get in there, I'm going to cut this band off all the way around, and then after I get this band cut off, I'm going to cut these sleeves off right here, this band on here. So let me get that done first. All right, I got that bottom cut off right here, and I got the arms cut off, and I'm still thinking about around the neck. I don't know if I'm going to cut that off yet or not. But anyway, I'm fixing to cut me out a piece, like I said, to go right here, put your arms in. So let me get that cut out. Okay, I just cut me out a little square, and then for this right here, all I done was just folded it like that right there and just done a little dip. Here's the two pieces that I cut off of it. I'm thinking I might put them on there somewhere too. So, I don't know. I might just stick them on right here for looks. I don't know. Anyway, I am fixing to go to my machine and fixing to center it, pin it, and just do me a top stitch up here, back stitch, and then right through here and back stitch. Okay, I did forget to tell you that I did iron that down and run me a top stitch over there, so I did do that. Okay, so I got that sewed on right there. Now I think what I'm going to do is take a piece of this, I'm going to double it, and run me a straight stitch down the side. Then after I get through, it'll be the same on both sides, and then I'm going to make me a cuff. So that way, the cuff is down here just like that other one would be. It'd be that way on both. It'd be the same material on both sides. So let me do that. All right, so I just went to the machine and I pressed it, put me a little press seam right there. I folded it over and I just run me a stitch all the way down. Now I'm just fixing to cut it out, and then I'll have me enough for my cuffs. Let me get that cut out, and then I'll know how much I need for to go around each cuff. All I'll do is just like this. So here's a piece. I ain't finished cutting it out yet, but I know it's like from here to here, like that, and I just double it. All right, I cut my two pieces out right here, and I left me enough room for a seam allowance for right through here, and then I'm gonna sew them together. They'll make a circle, and then I will get them sewed on. Okay, I ran it through my serging machine. Now it's a complete circle, a cuff. So what I'm going to do is match this seam right here and this seam right here. Now it's going to be inside is like face to face. I'm going to slide it over here just like this. Okay, and I'm going to line this up, this seam with this seam. I'll stick a little pin in it so it don't shift on me. Okay, and see, when I fold it back down when I get through, that'll be the right side. So I'm fixing to take it to my machine and go, well, I get it in there, go all the way around that cuff like that right there. All right, so I got my cuffs on. Now I'm just cutting me out 2 strips, and that's going to be my binding for down here. Okay, so I've got me the 2 strips cut out, and I am fixing to sew these to the bottom of here, and I've got it doubled. In that case, you know, if it flips up, it's going to look the same on both sides, and it won't have that, you know how material is. On one side, it's not all that pretty. So I'm fixing to sew these together run me a stitch all the way around. I'll have my binding on. But now when I put these sleeves on, they're okay for some people. That sort of bothers me, touching my knuckles. I sort of like to have it up to here a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do is just take me up just a little bit more to around there and make them just a tad shorter. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll be done. All right, so I went ahead and pressed it and I sewed this together. And that way, like I said, it'll be the same on both sides. So now I'm just matching it all the way around. And then I know when I get to the very end right here, I'm going to have to sew these two pieces together. I'll sew them together, make one long circle, and then that way I'll know it'll fit. One long circle, does that make sense? But you know what I'm saying. Okay, all through all done. I decided not to do nothing up here, but I got my pocket on. I took these up just a little bit. I still think they're a little too long. I mean, they're okay. I just don't like mine that long. And I got this on the bottom. So, all in all, I like it. I think it's pretty good. It gave it a little uplift, a little pizzazz. Thank you for watching.